Aki-taki.
Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. With me here tonight is RandomGreymane.
Hello.
And possibly Sherlock. We don't know. Last I heard, he was pretty tired. He might be off doing something in the background, so he might be joining us soon. Well,
if we hear snoring, we know what happened.
Yeah, it's been a tiring last couple of weeks for some of us. So yeah,
all of us,
everyone,
everybody. I don't think there is a person out there right now that isn't absolutely tired out. I mean, yeah. I'll just easily go and go out on a limb for that one.
Yeah, but sorry, my brain just fucking froze there. Either way, Greymane, how has your week been so far? Apart from, tiring.
Let me put it to you this way. I feel like my life is being painted by Salvador Dali.
Okay then.
So that's about where things stand right about now. It's why is this bent? Well, that's just the way it is. Why is this bent? This is not supposed to be bent. Why is this clock melting? It's not supposed to be melting clock. So yes, that's about what my life has been lately.
Right on time. Right now, just walking in is also TheFangirl, ladies and gentlemen.
I swear this train is getting bigger.
How has your week been so far, Fanny?
I am old and easily broken.
Don't I know it? And there's Sherlock.
You are so cute.
So, Sherlock, since I've asked everyone else, how has your week been so far?
Tiring.
Yep, as we have summarized.
Told ya.
Yeah.
Told ya. Yeah, there hasn't been a person that hasn't been tired out this week, and for whatever reason it is.
Yeah, just a combination of things slightly getting back to normal, as well as not really getting back to normal, in all honesty. As paradoxical as that statement may be. Also, it is the week post Valentine's Day, so some of us had fun times with our significant others, while the other one, i.e. me, didn't.
We tried to sleep.
Hey, single awareness day is just as important.
That is very true.
As is discount chocolate day.
Yeah. Ah, shit, I missed out on that.
Known as the day after.
I missed that too. Yeah, right. I missed that too, so don't feel bad.
I didn't.
Shut up.
Yeah, other than that, same shit, different week for me. Just hyper-focusing on things that are actually fun rather than focusing on the all-consuming void. So yeah, nothing really entertaining on my end, so I suppose we can cut out the middleman and get on with our regularly scheduled program. Unless any of y'all want to ramble about something.
No.
Hey, that's fine. Some weeks are like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we're not rambling or trying to find topics to ramble about, here on Trademark's Trainwreck, we find some dumb internet news that I uncover over the course of a couple weeks or so. And we just point and laugh at them. We got the softcore material.
Or cringe.
Or cringe at them, yes. We got the softcore material, we got the hardcore material, and we got musical interludes somewhere in the middle, one of which is coming up right now. So folks, we'll be right back with the madness and Trademark's Trainwreck here on Celestia Radio, all fandom all time, except when we just get right down to business.
Defeat the Huns?
I was waiting for it.
La ba da ba.
Welcome back, folks, to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. We've got a short and sweet article for the start, and it's about a criminal who's got to go fast.
Oh no!
Oh god.
But yes,
Did Sonic finally get busted for speeding?
Catch him.
well, here we go. Deland Police is searching for a man who tried robbing a bank wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog mask.
Yep. Saw that coming. I was like, he's either got like a car that's all tricked out in Sonic decals, or he robbed a bank in a Sonic mask.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what?
my god!
You know what? I got to give him props because he's following the path of the best bank robber ever, which is Darth Vader. So I got to give him props for taking the fictional character route.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked
A+ for originality.
Yeah.
Yes.
we talked
Absolutely.
about this. You want something that will hide your distinctive features, so that when the cops ask the tellers, "What did he look like?"
He
He's
looks
wearing
like
a Sonic the Hedgehog mask.
Yeah.
You can't tell him what race he is. Can't tell him what specific gender he is.
He was wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog mask and gloves.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, let's see if he was wearing gloves, or they. Well, it says a man, so we'll assume a he for now. And surprise, surprise, he comes from Florida. DeLand, Florida, specifically. DeLand police are searching for a man who held up a Florida credit union with a hammer while wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog mask.
Hammer, huh?
It's not just Sonic the Hedgehog. No, it's also hammer time.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think that's a weapon in Sonic the Hedgehog, though it's wielded by Amy.
Yeah, it is. She pulls it literally out of hammer space.
Yeah. Yes, I know a lot about Sonic the Hedgehog lore. Have I ever played or completed a video game from that series? No.
Neither have I. So
To be honest, most of the games have kind of been falling very short.
Yeah, though there have been some diamonds in the rough, thankfully. Witnesses said a masked man demanded money while hitting the teller's window with a hammer. Officers said a bank employee confronted the man in the Sonic mask, and the would-be crook ran off and headed north on Woodland Boulevard. Investigators
So he
said...
didn't get anything?
Oh no, he was confronted and then he just ran, because... I don't know. Investigators...
Okay, if you're going to have the balls to do a crime, do the crime.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, for real, like, what fucking pussy you gonna run now?
I mean, you've got a hammer. That's perfect for close-range scenarios, but...
Here's the thing. People who tend to do this, especially solo, are doing this out of desperation and aren't expecting somebody to confront them.
Right.
However, I can promise you that bank manager, he got fired.
Yes.
Well, that bank employee, we don't know if it was a manager. Because, yeah, here's the thing. Here's the weird, disturbing thing in corporate America. When a bank robber or any kind of robber comes into your business, be it a bank, restaurant, store, whatever, you are told specifically, don't fight, just give them the money.
Right.
Don't risk your life for the company. Just give them the damn money and let the cops sort it out later.
Yeah.
And we should specify that it's not because they care about your well-being. They just don't want the libel suit.
Exactly. So, yeah, anytime that you confront the robber, they go, good job, get the fuck out.
Yeah, good job. You're fired.
Yeah, you went against company policy! Ba-ba-ba-da. But yeah, getting off of that fucking track. Investigators said in addition to the Sonic mask, the man was wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and carrying a black or gray bag. So if you're in Florida and you know Sonic the Hedgehog, give them a call. You can find the number to call them through the link in the YouTube description.
Be honest, good luck finding this guy unless one of his friends drops a dime on him. They've got nothing to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and technically he didn't go out, he didn't get away with anything, so there's not going to be a lot of motivation to track him down.
I think the closest they can get is aggravated assault, but I don't know anything about crimes, charges, or whatnot, so I'm not going to put my foot in that. That's just my That's just a theory. A crime theory.
For real though,
Please don't sue us, Matt Pat.
Oh, he won't.
Matt Pat doesn't listen to our shit. Do you think he gives a damn?
If he listened to any of our shit, I would shit my pants. Like, just no joke. Just like, what?
Just
Oh my god. Anyway,
Anyway.
as far as like charges, you can be charged with an attempted bank robbery.
Yeah.
More than likely, he'd also get assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous implement. But again, good luck finding him.
Mm-hmm.
He just, there's not a lot of motivation to track this guy down. So I don't think he's coming back.
Well, moving on to another person who wanted to go fast, but did it in the most interesting way. Oh boy. I haven't been to the airport in ages, especially not the one here in Orlando. That is my go-to airport. It's not every day you see something weird at the airport, at least in my experience, and I've been to the airport more times than I think I can count. But, never let it be said that weird shit is not seen in certain places. We have video of a drunken woman on a motorized suitcase leading police on a chase through the Orlando airport.
Motorized suitcase.
Yeah, they do exist.
I mean,
So-
they're a real popular geek thing, or pseudo geek thing, like a Sharper Image. They're a Sharper Image thing.
So it's essentially a scooter,
Yeah, it's
With-
a little electric scooter.
Yeah.
electric scooter with a
Yeah.
large storage capacity.
Correct.
She essentially rolls up to a gate, and she appears to be like heavily intoxicated. Cops are recording her on the body cam, and she's just like, "Fuck y'all shit," and she just literally flips them off and just rolls off like, "Fuck y'all." So here we are.
Oh
then-
Lord!
and then-
if she had gotten drunk at the airport, that's a lot of money she wasted.
What?
Jack at those prices, worse than Vegas.
I'm sorry, I'm watching the video right now. I really should have done that beforehand, but I literally just found this article before the show. The cop is on the fucking bicycle chasing her down. Like, she gets on the train to get away from the cops and all that, and the cop just comes up on a fucking bicycle after her.
And he doesn't catch her?
No, he caught her. He basically confronted her and just says, like, well, let's figure out what happened. Let's actually read the article before I ramble while watching the video, because
Probably a good idea.
this is not a reaction channel. Those are fucking toxic. An intoxicated passenger who was barred from boarding an airplane at Orlando International Airport rode away from the gate on a motorized suitcase as a police officer on a bicycle followed behind her. We're going to have a bike pursuing a suitcase in a minute, an Orlando police officer said as he tried to catch up to the passenger, who was driving a scooter-like electric vehicle mounted to her luggage. I'll take things I didn't expect to read for $500, Alex. Rest in peace. Chelsea Alston, 32, was later accused of battering the police officer and causing more than $1,000 in damages to his patrol car. This is allegedly what happened, according to court records. If convicted, she faces up to 5 years in prison for each offense. Alston is among several dozen passengers who have been arrested at Orlando International Airport during Divic-19 for unruly or violent behavior. Alston, who has entered a plea deal of not guilty, was traveling from Orlando to New York in April when a Southwest Airlines gate agent refused to let her board because she appeared to be intoxicated. "I don't want no beef, I'm just trying to go home and enjoy myself," said Alston, who claimed to have had 2 drinks before her flight.
No. That
No.
wasn't 2 drinks.
It's not 2. You're not fooling us with the water bottle. Orlando police officer...
She still had a pint glass in her hand.
Yes, she did! So, police officer Andrew Mamone informed Alston that her glassy eyes, inability to stand straight, and the odor of alcohol on her were reasons for the airline to suspect she was too intoxicated to fly. It's okay. You just need to go over to the terminal and sober up a little bit. get another flight, Mamone said. Because, yeah, that is actually a logical thing. Just sit there, drink some water, eat some Auntie Anne's pretzels. That'll get you sober in, like, half an hour, maybe? At most.
Yeah, but, like, they're not going to just give you, like...
Oh, no, they're not going to compensate her. They're not going to compensate her to get another flight.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, no, it's like... I need another flight. They wouldn't let me on. Okay, you got to buy another one. And since you're leaving this day from the airport, there'll be $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a shitty situation all around. Moments later, as Alston cursed at the officer and waved her middle finger, she rolled away from the gate while sitting on the motorized suitcase. Oh man, that thing goes that thing kind of goes fast. Mamone said as Alston rode the suitcase through a crowd of passengers, some of whom can be heard giggling at the unusual scene. Because, yeah, that thing is kind of zippy. Not, like, super duper fast, but it's zippy. When Mamone
I wonder you said gotta go fast.
Yeah. When Mamone eventually caught up with Alston in the airport's people mover tram, he ordered her to leave the secured area. Alston remained in the secure area for nearly 10 minutes. I just need you to get to the other side of the TSA, said Mamone, who was still on his agency-issued bicycle. Follow me and we'll roll out together. At least it's not being a dick.
Yeah.
Granted, that's probably because of the camera, but that's an issue that I'm not going to touch anymore.
But the point is, he wasn't aggressive. He asked her to please just come peacefully.
Yeah.
And in the funniest fucking chase ever.
Yeah.
Like, stop in the name of the law! Ding, ding.
It's bad enough that it's a guy on the bicycle. At least it's a step up from fucking Paul Blart.
It's so fucking funny. It's just this guy on his bike, just like.
So
you know who I blame for these things existing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I blame Jeremy Clarkson. Okay, because Jeremy Clarkson was the one who actually demonstrated or demoed one of these on Top Gear at Heathrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they took off like gangbusters. So now everybody has this fucking motorized, battery-powered suitcase that they think is going to zip them around and the airport. And some of them shouldn't be driving a motorized suitcase in the first place. So
Some of them
just go there.
Suitcase, because this tells you how they are when they're behind a big wheel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is basically the grown-up equivalent of, have any of you ever been to a mall and there's like this like tiny gated off area that looks like a fake ass petting zoo, and in there is like a stuffed dog or a horse or some shit, and it's obvious that they're like some sort of scooter, and you can rent that out so the kids can just zip around on that for a bit. It's basically like that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, get back to the article. After warning Alston that she could be arrested for remaining in the secure area without a valid boarding pass, Alston appeared to spit on Mamone. After Mamone and another officer placed Alston in handcuffs, the video appears to show Alston spit on Mamone again, reportedly hitting him in the eye. Stop spitting, said the officer. I only spit one time, replied Alston.
Well, she admitted it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Officers escorted Alston to a patrol car outside, at times sliding her on the terminal's tile floor because police say she refused to walk. While sitting...
Oh god.
Hmm?
I've had kids do that.
Yeah.
When I was a pre-K teacher, I have had kids who were having a tantrum and not getting their way, and I would have to try and get them to go to the next area or move them to another room. And in their tantrum, they just go limp. And I would try some of them were small enough and light enough that I could just easily heft them into my arms and princess carry them into the next area and still be gentle. But sometimes they're too heavy to pick up. I'd have to, as gently and carefully as possible, scoot them until, of course, obviously, we were told, don't do that no more, which I immediately stopped once that was no longer allowed in school. And I was essentially told, if they go limp on the floor, let them go limp. Just let them drop and let them get them out.
Yeah, just
So
drag 'em.
from then on, I was just like, oh, you're not walking? Fine.
The funny thing,
I'm done.
The funny thing
You're
is,
done. We're done here.
The funny thing is, all I can think of is one of the many sound effects from Ed, Edd and Eddy and probably a lot of other cartoons, the dragging noise across like a tile floor. Those who know Ed, Edd and Eddy with the scenes Slide on the Soap, you know what sound effect I'm talking about.
Oh, Lord, that noise, yeah.
Yeah. There's a 1 hour loop of that, by the way.
Yeah, again, just whenever our kids would do that, once we were told we couldn't, like, try and scoot them or carry them anymore, like, that's it, pretty much. Just let them flop on the floor and just let them scream and cry their heads out until they stopped and just be like, are you done now?
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready to go?
What the hell's
Are you ready to
what
go
the hell's wrong with scooting the kid across the floor? You're not going to hurt him.
I don't want us to accidentally pull their arm or shoulder out of socket.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we're not playing that Canadian ice game. What's it called? Fucking...
Curling?
Use you.
Curling, yeah.
Scottish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know of sports ball or sports equipment or sports history. I was unaware that the Scottish invented curling alongside bagpipes and fucking kilts.
In all fairness, I thought it was Canadian as well.
Yeah, no, we could for the child's safety. No, we weren't allowed to like scoot them anymore. We were pretty much just told, just let them drop. So we just let them drop and let them have their fucking tantrum. So yeah, the cops should have just kept her cuffed and just let her flop on the floor and just made sure she didn't get back up again, just until they could get more people to help them carry her out.
I would have just gotten like a furniture dolly and like stuffed her in the furniture dolly and like rolled her down the
Even better! Like, you don't want to walk? Fine, we'll wheel you out! You like wheels,
We'll
apparently.
wheel you out using your own fucking suitcase. Anyway.
Some of those suitcases have a follow mode. So you literally could turn the suitcase on follow mode, and you could literally just walk out and the suitcase would follow you with her on top of it. So
oh, that's hilarious. It's like the fucking suitcase from that old Disney Channel movie Halloween Town. Anyway, wrapping up this article. While sitting in the back of the patrol car, Alston ripped apart the police vehicle's fabric headliner and defecated in the seat. Costing an estimated $1,200.
How old is this woman?
32, I believe.
Okay, I stand by my statement. This is a toddler having a goddamn tantrum. Let her flop, let her roll in her own shit, and let her have her tantrum. And then when she's done having her tantrum, hose her down and, well, not hose down. I never hose down again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That has very bad connotations.
Yes, but
no,
this isn't.
like, no,
yes, but
like,
this isn't a kid.
This isn't a kid. This is an
I
adult.
would hose her down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, since this is an adult, yeah, hose her down and then take her to the fucking police station. Let her have her tantrum and then get her ass to jail.
Alston was later released from Orange County Jail on a $13,500 bond, and she has so far declined comment on the pending prosecution.
Well, of course, because she shat herself.
Or rather, an attorney for Alston has declined to comment. and by extension, probably herself.
Yeah, attorney. They need to, not say anything.
Uh-huh. So, yeah.
I mean, she doesn't need to say very much. We have it all on video.
Yeah, we pretty much do.
She's not getting away with that. So.
No.
I didn't do that. Video says otherwise.
Video says otherwise. Look, we have footage of you back in last year, doing all this stuff, scooting around a little fucking suitcase while having vodka, I assume, unless you drained that thing of beer before you got to the TSA gate. So
that's not me.
Oh man, fucking Florida. You never disappoint me. Except you kind of do. It's a paradox.
You never disappoint, and yet you are an abject disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of abject disappointments, this is our last softcore article, and it's a fucking doozy. It's a fucking two-parter, actually, because I found the second part before we started recording. So, it's been a while since I've been to a museum, and I don't think I've ever been in an art museum. I would like to experience going there at least one point, because I'd like to think that, in spite of me being an uncultured swine, I can at least appreciate art in some capacity. We all can in some capacity.
You're not.
You all heard that. He said it. We did not.
Oh, I'm fully aware of what I am. I'm a fucking orc from Warhammer. That's the amount of intelligence you're dealing with here, folks.
No, you're not. Knock it off.
Of course, that's overly dramatic. The point is, I am not well versed in the nuances of art. That being said, this article hurts me on a deep level. This fucking hurts me. Bored security guard drew eyes on $850,000 painting on his first day on the job.
The fuck!
Wow. Wow.
Link this shit!
I've got the link to the article, and let's see if I can find the painting itself, because I would hate to leave this. Aha! Here we go. I believe this is the painting in question. Because here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. When paintings get damaged, they have to be restored.
Yeah.
And
very carefully.
Very carefully.
They have to be restored very carefully by very skilled artists who can maintain the integrity of the painting, who can make sure that nothing is destroyed. We all saw what happened to that beautiful mural of Christ.
Yeah, there have been...
Yes, I was about to bring that one up.
Yeah, there have been numerous examples in the past, I think the very recent past, actually, where some dickhead will just go, I can restore this, and he just...
Fucks it up!
Fucks it up so bad. Like, so fucking bad, and it's awful. And this is a fucking... I know...
This is going... They have to maintain the... Restorative artists have to maintain the integrity of the original piece through every medium, through if they have to replace pieces of the canvas, they got to make sure the canvas matches. If they got to touch up the paints, they got to make sure they use the right stuff to not react with the paint medium. There's a bunch of shit that goes into restoring a painting.
Yeah.
To actively deface a painting, to cause this much consternation and this much money to fix.
Now, before I start reading this article, I would like to provide a visual reference for the folks who are unable to see or are clicked away from from the tab while doing something else. The painting in question is, and I apologize for the mispronunciation, Anna Leporskaya? Leporskaya?
Leporskaya's The Three Figures.
Thank you. And said three figures each have blank faces. And from what we see of the little bit of the picture that we see, two of them have, like, penciled in, like, simple eyes. It's not like a fucking, like, emoji or whatever. It's just scribbled in, like, round circles for eyes.
What was this guy thinking? That he could just go back and erase them later?
Well, let's find out. Let's actually get into the article. Oh, we're going exotic because this is a Russian security guard who did this. He could face criminal charges for vandalizing a painting on his first day of work. As we said, the unnamed guard is accused of drawing two sets of eyes on artist Anna Leporskaya's Three Figures, circa 1932 to 1934 painting. The eyes were discovered by a pair of visitors at the Yeltsin Center on December 7th, 2021, during an art exhibition titled The World as Non-Objectivity, The Birth of a New Art. After an investigation into the defaced paintings, which was on loan from the State Tredyakov Gallery in Moscow, I apologize again for mispronunciations.
I have to go ahead.
No, what is it?
I have to wonder now whether or not it doesn't happen to be one of Putin's favorite paintings or not. In which case, this guy is in some serious.
This guy's dead.
Anyway,
yeah, if that's true, this guy's totally dead.
well, let's dig a little deeper. Anyway, officials determined that the 60-year-old security guard, 60-year-old, and he did it because he was bored. Okay. Anyway, according to the Daily Mail, which we're gonna take this bit of information with a grain of salt, considering where it's from.
Daily Mail.
Yeah. The security company that employed the guard will cover the cost of restoring the work, which is estimated to be nearly $3,000.
That's it?
Well, yeah, they're very small changes, so I can see them maybe.
And it is a minor repair. It's not like he just went willy-nilly with the pencil. He just made 2 sets of eyes. So, the work was inspected by the restorer of the State Tredyakov Gallery the very next day and sent to Moscow. The painting is being restored. The damage, according to the expert, can be eliminated without consequences for the work of art. The Yeltsin.
AKA, he just grabbed an eraser.
Yeah. Now, that's the initial report. Let's read the most recent report, which is the gallery guard giving a strange reason as to why he drew eyes on the work of art. Now, remember...
let's read yours.
Now, the original reason was that he was bored. Let's see what his new reason is.
Oh, so he's elaborating.
Alexander Vasilyev. Vasilyev, that's better.
Vasilyev.
Yeah, Alexander here, 63, and an army veteran, addressed the incident publicly for the first time in an interview with local news earlier this month, and revealed that he was confused and depressed during his first day on the job and was egged on by a group of teenage girls. Ah!
That's it for the pussy.
That's a bit of a step up from, oh, I was bored. Okay, let's continue. Here's a quote. A few quotes, actually. To be honest, I didn't really like these pictures, Vasilyev said. They left a difficult impression. I tried to pass by without looking at them. Okay, art is subjective, my dude. I can understand certain things triggering a poor response, but doesn't give you the right to change them. I watched how people reacted, and then I saw teenagers, 16 or 17, standing and discussing why there are no eyes, no mouth, and no beauty. There were girls in the group, and they asked me, "Draw on the eyes, you work here." Dude, don't take advice from teenagers.
Especially teenage girls.
That's kind of creepy.
Exactly, you're 60 fucking years old, and you did this. Why? Because a pair of teenage girls asked you to?
Vasilyev, who faces potential...
There's more to it.
Yeah, there probably is. Either way, Vasilyev is currently facing the potential prison time in connection to vandalism charges, and he has said he regretted being a fool once he realized the value of the painting. The former senior lieutenant served in the Chechen War and was one of only 4 surviving members of his 36-soldier unit experiencing gunshot wounds during the battle in 1995 and receiving a medal for his bravery.
There's what happened.
This is...
The painting triggered him. The painting triggered him, almost certainly.
Even so, the fact that the painting
it's not
triggered...
a good idea, but...
Yeah, even so, the fact that the painting triggered him is not reason enough for him to decide, oh, I'm gonna fucking draw eyes on it so it's not as creepy and triggering for me. No, you don't do that. If the painting is triggering for you and you're not comfortable being in that area, just get a different job. Clearly this isn't for you if you're going to be if you're mentally being triggered by a thing you are meant to protect.
Well, here's the problem, Fanny. Russia.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, this is Russia. Unfortunately, things are a little bit more restrictive there.
Well,
True.
it's not just that, but there's also things like mental health. Okay,
Doesn't
mental
really
health
exist.
sometimes does not allow you to articulate what's bothering you. Okay, so he easily could have been bothered into motion by those things. Those could have been his version of the shadows that stalk him. Okay, the eyeless shadows. I could easily see that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that said, it's still a bad idea, and he shouldn't have done it. But I can easily see if he's a vet and he's one of 4 survivors. He said, okay, then he is literally dealing with some shit that nobody else is.
Yeah.
Exactly. And since, as I stated before, America treats its veterans like shit. Russia?
Worse.
Yeah.
Worse. This guy probably didn't have an option. He probably thought the idea of even trying to talk about any type of trauma during the war would have been like a World War II vet or a Vietnam vet trying to talk about it when they came back. It was a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
So, I can't say. So that rather than being seen as weak, his excuse is, "Oh, some girls asked me to do it."
Possibly. Or maybe the girls were actually there and were just kind of the tipping point, the devil on the shoulder. Go on, do it.
I don't think they actually said it to him. I think they were probably joking around and said, somebody should just draw some eyes on these things, and walked away.
Yeah, we don't have enough data.
Yeah, we don't.
There's not enough actual data here, and we're only getting his half of the story, which was amended from his initial version of it in the first place. So he could be lying about this too.
He could be, but
Fair.
I feel that within a possible lie, not full on saying that this is a lie, but a possible lie, I feel like there's a little bit of truth because, veteran. In which case, I feel that I must say, we here at Trademark's Trainwreck appreciate what all veterans have done for
their countries.
Within reason.
The thing that gets to me here is that he's not just a veteran. Okay, he's a Chechnyan veteran who was one of 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is an incredibly lucky thing to be. When you go into a conflict like that, all right, and when you see the rest of your people around you die, okay, you are forever screwed. You're forever screwed up. You're never going to get back to a normal. You may get a new normal, but you're never going to get back to normal. So
it's still not.
We don't know enough about this whole entire situation, but I'm going to lean towards, hey, this was just a stupid move.
This was just a dumb mistake
on something that triggered the shit out of him.
Yeah, this was just a dumb mistake that he made. That, as he said, unfortunately made him look and feel foolish when he realized, oh shit, this is a $3,000. This isn't a
$3,000
$800,000.
Yeah,
$852,000 painting.
This is a multi-$100,000 painting that I messed up.
Right.
Yeah. Again, we at Trademark's Trainwreck appreciate what the veterans have gone through for their respective countries, and we do not condone making fun of veterans like Alexander Vasilyev. We don't. We are more.
You can make fun of the government that sent them off to war, by all means.
Yeah,
and we can make fun, and we can point out, yeah, dude, you done fucked up.
Yeah, we are more making fun of the situation. We understand.
Not his circumstance.
We understand, appreciate, and empathize what Alexander is going through.
But that was
none of that is an excuse.
No, that is an excuse. And drawing eyes on a fucking really expensive painting is still fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right
along to our next musical interlude, because that was the softcore material. kind of took a deep dive at the end because of that, but you know what? I don't have any regrets.
Nope.
It's nice to get that out now, because we got some crazy shit going on in the hardcore material.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But we'll wait for that for a little bit because we're going to be taking our next break. So we'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck here on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time, except when it's... You ain't gonna take me alive, Copper!
Stop in the name of the law!
Butter muffins.
Oh, dear God.
Ew.
Welcome back to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all Phantom all the time, except when it's inside jokes. Anyway, let us talk about the hardcore material now.
Hardcore.
And let's start off strong. Last week, we talked about a guy that had hypodermic needles and said that they were for fishing. This week, we're going to talk about a guy who has some curiously strong mints.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Altoids.
Yeah.
Where would you hide in the Altoid tin?
Dibs on the compressed cocaine mints.
A drug suspect tried to convince cops that a plastic bag found in his backpack contained breath mints and not, in fact, meth.
No, that is curiously strong.
Yeah, I'm curiously strong in meth mints.
Yeah. Meth mints. Jesus Christ. Stephen Wallen, 32, was driving a PT Cruiser the week of February 7th, 2022, when a patrolman in Tarpon Springs, Florida, because of course it's fucking Florida, spotted him behind the wheel. The officer knew Wallen from a prior police-related incident and was aware his driver's license had been revoked. Oops.
Whoops.
Wallen was taken into custody and the Chrysler was searched. Inside Wallen's backpack, police say they found assorted drug paraphernalia and a baggie containing 2.6 grams of meth. Because here's the thing. People don't normally store mints in like a Ziploc bag, not unless they're going on a road trip with like the kids. And even then, kids don't really eat mints that often. When questioned about the seized narcotics, Wallen reportedly said that the meth was not meth and it was breath mints. Say that 5 times fast. Wallen, quote, would not elaborate on anything else, end quote, regarding his curiously strong mints. Charged with possession of methamphetamine, fentanyl, and drug paraphernalia and driving without a license, Wallen was booked into the county jail on a $4,400 bond. Wallen's rap sheet includes convictions for battery, burglary, narcotics sales, trespass, stealing in stolen property, narcotics possession, and providing a false name to law enforcement. Wallen was released from state prison in February 2020 after serving about 18 months in custody on multiple drug convictions.
Floritoids. The curiously strong meth mint.
My dude, if you have a suspended license, take the fucking bus.
You'd honestly be surprised how many people just don't care. And honestly, like, how hard it is. I mean, fucking hell, my town is supposed to have the best public transit system in America, and it still kind of sucks.
Then take an Uber or a Lyft.
Yeah, I want to drop $30 fucking dollars so I can drive to the gym at the grocery store where if I'm at the grocery store, I got to spend usually $100 for a week's worth of food because prices have jacked up.
Yep.
Well, it's either that...
It's just not a feasible thing.
Well, it's either that or invest in a fucking bicycle or a motorized suitcase. Anything that can keep the cops off your trail. If you have a suspended license, find an alternative. There are a plethora, some more expensive than others, I will grant you, but there are a plethora of options. Hell, call a friend if you're strapped for cash. But yeah, just...
You assume I have friends.
Oh, gee, thank you. Thank you, Greymane. What are we to you, then? Chopped liver?
I don't know.
Are you going to drive? Are you going to drive from Florida to? Where are you, Gray?
I'm in
Don't answer
Illinois.
that.
Illinois. You're going to drive from Florida to Illinois to go give this man a ride?
Fair enough.
One, out of context, that sounds absolutely horrible.
Excuse me, coming from you? Do not even so.
Hoist by my own muffins.
I would say this is pot calling the kettle black, except this is more like, this is more like the seasoned skillet versus the nonstick pan saying, "Oh, hey, we both cook things every once in a while."
All right. Fair enough.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's move along to our next hardcore material. Sometimes when shit hits the fan, you want to take matters in your own hands. Sometimes that's not a good idea, as previously discussed with the whole, don't interfere with the bank robbery, per company policy shit. And, sometimes people just don't listen. A motorist has been busted for plowing truck into car carrying snowblower thieves. I also want you to make note of the mugshot for this guy, because, look at him. Look at that beard.
Oh.
That is a...
Wow.
that is a beard straight from, like, a stylized CGI cartoon where they don't realistically render facial hair, they just have them, like, as geometric shapes or shit.
If he trimmed that right, he'd have a bat beard.
That is one of the shitty beards that you select in World of Warcraft when you're a noob and you're trying to
Yes.
customize your player.
No, not a noob. This is a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that beard looks cool. My dwarf is gonna look like Wolverine.
The fuck is wrong with you little maggot?
Okay. This happened February 9th, 2022. A Wisconsin man is facing a felony charge after using his truck to T-bone a vehicle carrying two people who had just stolen a snowblower from his family's garage. According to cops, Corey Sanderson, 29, intentionally plowed into the driver's side of the getaway car as it turned onto a street a few blocks from his Madison residence. The vehicle's occupants, a man and a woman, suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries and were transported late that Monday night to a local hospital. Sanderson told Madison Police Department officers that he, quote, saw two people steal a snowblower from his garage and began following them in his truck. He reportedly admitted intentionally T-boning the other vehicle, prompting cops to arrest him on a felony reckless endangerment charge.
Yep.
A police spokesperson said there is probable cause to arrest the theft suspects for burglary. A snowblower was found in the trunk of the car that was involved. So says the police report.
Given that I have multiple relatives in this particular state, I am going to say outright that the only reason that this man ended up in jail was that he actually injured people. That's the only reason. If he had just T-boned the car and pushed the car off the side of the road or something, okay, they probably would have said, "Oh, well, you caught two thieves. Good job, sir."
Yeah.
But then, you injured him? Fuck, now we gotta take him to the hospital.
Now we gotta take you and your shitty beard in. In a police interview, Sanderson said his home, quote, was involved in another recent burglary, an apparent reference to an incident he detailed in a February 5th Facebook post. Sanderson told friends that some ass clown broke into his family's garage and stole his father's Briggs and Stratton snowblower. Sanderson added that he was monitoring online marketplaces and asked, "If you see anything being sold, to let me know or just share with others." So I guess this was a recent thing? Like a thing that just kept happening or something? I don't know.
If you're gonna be a vigilante, wear a mask and drive a burner car.
If you're gonna listen to the show, do not listen to any of Greymane's advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, if you're gonna do anything, don't listen to Random Greymane suggestions.
But yeah, just holy hell. Like I get it with being a constant victim of theft and just going, alright, enough's enough. But to actually do it and to hurt somebody, that's taking it a step too far. The shitty beard is just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, see, this is where I advocate things like the thief balls that they have in Japanese stores.
The what?
Where they're paintballs. They're about
Yeah, they're paintballs made of industrial paint that you can chuck at a shoplifter as they're running out.
Yeah.
Just grab them.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you can chuck them at shoplifters, you can chuck them at vehicles, and this stuff does not easily come off.
Right.
Okay, and I'm all for that. Okay, because that's a thing that can be easily done. It can be safely done. Okay, and the person who it's happening to can do it. Okay?
Yeah, just rig your garage to fire a catapult on anyone that tries to steal your shit. Or a slingshot, rather.
Believe it or not, that's actually not legal. I did actually check into this.
I was about to say, you of all people are about to tell me what's legal and not legal.
Yes, because that is actually considered man trapping.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say keep them in. I'm just saying just fire the paintball at the guy as they run.
No, it's because you have a projectile that is set up in an automated process.
Oh.
And honestly it stems from like World War I, World War II. Okay, where there were so many nasty automated trap things that happened during the war, like, the bouncing Bettys and stuff, which are still legal on somebody's shit, but they purposely have set out in law that you can't do that on your own soil as a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
However, corporations and banks are totally allowed to do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Corporations and banks are exempt from that
because capitalism.
Because capitalism and money, and money buys the laws.
What I'm speaking of specifically is paint dye pouch explosives.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Well,
so, that's that's the point. Is that we should have something that people can own themselves, and you can actually find places online that you can buy the dye balls. You're shipping them from Japan.
Yeah.
I do find that amusing, though, and I know this is also I know exactly why it's like this, but we have an entire industry that is saying, hey, we've got a way to help identify criminals and crooks, and all it is just people chucking a paintball at somebody. It's completely non-lethal, and it's just made of paint that's incredibly hard to get off and makes them easy to identify. U.S. government, nope, we're not doing that because that falls under the purview somehow of anti-personnel mines that were used in World War II.
Yep.
And then you ask, but it's totally okay for me to shoot the guy in the back with a 9mm.
Thank you, gun lobbies.
Yes, because it is your Second Amendment. I'm like, I'd rather have the paintball.
And on top of that, it's okay for us to shoot these paintballs at our friends and family and coworkers during a recreational sort of dealy. but we can't shoot it at an intruder to stop them from hurting us or to mark them for their crime? Why?
Yeah, and I'm also trying to figure out what's the difference between shooting them with a paintball to identify them and hitting them in the face with mace that's been color dyed. Because that's perfectly legal.
One is a distance weapon.
Mace has a distance of like 10 feet, effective
Yeah.
distance.
Yes, but the paintball technically has a longer distance than that.
All right. See, this is why people get frustrated with the government.
Yes.
And end up voting for someone who they think will fix all this shit.
Yeah. Let's continue on before we go into that. So,
Well, either way, we have our last article, and this is another case of prepare to get angry. Because this is one of those...
I'm always angry.
It's a kind of...
That's my secret, Cap.
I'm not going to say that this is a squicky article, but it's up there. Let's get into it. No.
Rip the Band-Aid off, Trade. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, rip off the Band-Aid. We got a 911 operator who hid a camera in a precinct urinal. The friendly person who you first hear when you call 911 may in fact be a pervert. Sleep well, folks. This happened on February 10th. A 911 dispatcher hid a small camera inside a urinal at a Pennsylvania police precinct and surreptitiously recorded several cops in various stages of undress with exposed genitals.
Brilliant.
In late December, an officer with a North Versailles? I don't know. That police department in suburban Pittsburgh was using the restroom when he noticed an odd item attached to the inside upper left corner of the urinal. Upon inspection, the item turned out to be a 1.5-inch camera with an attached SD card. Yeah. The camera had...
No one noticed this?
Apparently not, because here's the thing. It had been wrapped in a white sheath with the outer portion of the camera lens painted in white. So we had someone who was putting an effort.
Wow,
That's
yeah.
relatively clever, yeah. I'll give him that.
Relatively clever, sure.
It was also attached with Velcro. So when the camera was discovered on December 23rd, right around the new year, all officers present at the station went to the bathroom to look at the item. And it was about at this time that John Logan, a 49-year-old 911 operator, announced that he had to use the restroom immediately.
Oh, come on, man.
Dude, you put the effort into trying to conceal it pretty well. You actually did a good job from a standpoint of somebody hiding a camera, and you're this obvious?
I gotta use the bathroom. Access to the single occupancy bathroom is restricted to law enforcement personnel. So, not a 911 operator, methinks? Or...
Nope.
No, they are not law enforcement. They do not have a post certification. They are not sent to firearms. They're not sent to the academy, etc., etc., etc.
Ah. So, Logan subsequently flushed the toilet and exited the bathroom after spending several minutes inside. At that point, the camera was collected, and the officers noticed that the SD card was now missing.
What a shock!
God,
Surprise!
if he had just left it there, okay, they probably never would have caught him.
Nope, never.
Or if you wanted to be really clever about it, taking a different SD card in there and swapped it.
Yeah, that would have been really smart too.
Yeah.
But no.
Nope. Instead, we had this dumb shit. When questioned about the camera, Logan reportedly admitted that he, quote, touched and squeezed the device, but denied removing the memory card. Touched and squeezed the device. Why would you touch and squeeze the camera, my good sir?
Why would you say it that way? That's just weird.
Yeah. I bet you want to touch and squeeze something else, don't you, my good man? given the position of that camera. So, but here's the thing. Here's the hilarious bit. Asked why he would touch evidence with without a gloved hand, Logan, cops say, replied, "Stupidity."
Yeah, that's accurate.
You know what? That's an accurate statement.
Yep.
I can't fault him for that one.
So a search last month, which I must note was January, because again, this is a report coming in on February 10th. So on January, his residence was searched, and it turned up an identical mini camera to the one discovered in the precinct urinal. Flash drives found in Logan's bedroom contained, well, exactly what you would expect.
Exactly what you think.
Yep. So detectives were able to make positive identifications of 3 victims, each of whom was unaware they had been secretly recorded.
That's
Oh,
Bob's
Lord.
dick. That's Bob's dick. I know it anywhere.
And then you just turn around and be like, how do you know Bob's dick?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
But yeah, as of February 9th, Logan was charged with evidence tampering, Jesus Christ, trademark, and 3 counts of invasion of privacy.
And he probably got a blanket party when nobody was looking.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know what a blanket party is, go look it up.
It's a military thing.
It's a military
Yeah, it's a
thing.
military thing. But yeah. There it is.
Okay, then.
All right.
What the hell?
Wow, that's one of the first times in a while, excuse me, that we've ended on something perverted.
But I don't know what else to say. Because it's just like, why would you put a camera in there in the first place? Why would you use a bathroom that you weren't allowed to be in? Why would you make yourself obvious when the fucking the camera is found? Why?
Here's the thing. For the first question, why would you put a camera in there? One, it's a disgusting thing, but there are people, obviously, there are people, again, don't want to yuck you yum, but there are people who get off on watching others go to the bathroom. I mean, if that's your thing, and you are with consent, again, this is the key word here, as is always with these perverted stories. If you are with consenting people, if you are in a place where people are consenting to let you do this, like if you were in your house with your partners or partner, and they're like, yes, you can watch me go from that angle, cool beans.
Yeah, cool,
consenting
fine.
adults. But this is this is people who have not consented to this. They have not consented to let you watch them poop or pee. They have not consented to any of this.
Nope.
Two, these are cops. Are you also into cops? That's again, don't mean to yuck someone's yum. If cops in uniform is your thing, cool. But like again, these cops did not consent to this. They are not okay with you watching them shit.
Nope.
But and lastly, of course, your questions of why did this person do the stupid thing that was absolutely obvious to get caught? People in desperation will do whatever it takes to not have their dirty laundry aired, even if it means they're going to get caught. They probably, in a panic, thought, I'll just pretend I really need to go to the bathroom right now and just get my stuff and they'll never know it was me. No.
I will scrub all evidence.
All right,
of
buddy, that
wrongdoing.
ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Like,
People will do stupid crap to try and not get caught, but that usually gets them caught.
yeah,
Moral of the story, have a spare SD card.
Or, moral of the story,
Or don't do this shit.
don't do this shit. Also, I don't want to, like, condone doing the crime to begin with, but if someone discovers it, don't say anything. Just leave it alone. Yeah, they'll
Don't
probably
touch it.
launch an investigation And
But
maybe
no,
they'll find
but
you
if you're-
regardless, but don't make it obvious from the get-go!
Exactly, like, if they find the crap, like, oh my god, it's like,
Time to do some
Hate to say
Shakespearean
it.
acting.
again, hate to say it, but in my years of being in retail, people have done stupid things that were not right. Most of the time they only got caught when they were trying to cover it up. Like, they
Jesus.
got caught trying to cover it up. And if they just not acted out or just kept their mouth shut, they probably wouldn't have been caught as quickly.
Give you a chance to at least disappear.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, wait for new policies to be implemented to stop the thing that you were doing, and then once the heat is off, again, not condoning these behaviors, but again, if people are paying attention, might want to cool it for a while before you start again,
Yeah.
or just never do it in the first place because you're fucking sick.
Ay, ay, ay,
It's bad enough doing this sort of thing anyway in a bathroom, okay? But you chose a police bathroom,
yeah.
okay? These are designed, okay? Police are designed and trained, sorry. I keep thinking we're in like some dystopian
Police are
where-
designed.
where they're genetically engineering police.
You heard it here. The cops are fucking robots. Run.
Yeah, don't talk to us about Boston Dynamics, please. Anyway, but here's the thing: they're trained to find this shit. Okay, they're trained to notice this shit. What did you think was going to happen? Okay, did you think you were going to be able to leave that alone? Also, why? Okay, wireless works really well. Okay, so why would you use something that has a built-in evidence holder? Okay,
Maybe it's all he could afford.
I don't know.
on a dispatcher's salary, I would argue that. Okay, because a dispatcher's salary is actually fairly decent. Okay,
Yeah, they're paid.
although in this day and age, it doesn't buy much anymore. So
Even so, they're still paid to go into work and try and get people help whenever
Correct.
someone calls in an emergency, or field the dumbasses who are like, "Someone stole my meth."
Yeah.
you want to buy egg rolls?
Can we stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need off the train.
I
Get
think
off the train,
I think that's a good enough place to stop this crazy thing for the night. Oh dear. Just yeah. Once
Hey, get me off this
again,
crazy thing.
once again, we're rendered almost fucking speechless by this stupid shit.
Oh god.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of Trademark's Trainwreck in the bag. With me here tonight has been RandomGreymane,
All crime advice all the time.
Sherlock.
Yeah, don't listen to that.
No.
I'll tell you what the crime. I'll tell you. It's like if you want to try and get away with it, I'll tell you what you're looking at as far as a sentence.
And the fangirl.
Just, I don't do scat.
Yeah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, on that, thanks.
ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. Our banner art was created by Court Awesome, and our theme song was created by Marivex. You can find their social media, our social media, and all the links to all the articles we discussed in the description below in the YouTube video, where I highly recommend you like, comment, subscribe, and all that shit, because the almighty algorithm, praise be its name! My name is Trademark, and good night.
Gotta go
Find you.
fast.
I'll find you a butter muffin recipe for
Gotta
next
go fast.
Oh.